Have you ever stopped to wonder what lessons a simple pencil could teach us? Just a small, familiar, humble object, a pencil. Yet hidden within it are profound lessons. Lessons that, if we take a moment to reflect on, could truly change the way we see life. Imagine life itself as a pencil. A pencil must endure sharpening, facing the painful grind, just to keep its point sharp enough to continue its journey. Sometimes, we're just like that pencil, going through struggles and hard times that shape us, making us stronger and more resilient. When a pencil writes on paper, each stroke leaves a mark, a permanent imprint that becomes part of the page, just as each of our actions leaves a lasting impact on our own lives and the lives of those around us. Your life, like that of the pencil, is a series of experiences, mistakes, and opportunities to learn and become better. This is the story of a pencil, and it could also be the story of you. Before this pencil set out on its journey, the pencil maker took a few precious moments to share some wisdom that it would remember forever. These weren't just words, they were lessons on how to live, how to leave a meaningful mark. And maybe, just maybe, we should take a moment to listen and think about how they apply to our own lives. The pencil maker picked up his newest creation, a simple pencil, holding it gently between his fingers. He looked at the pencil with a sense of care and responsibility, as if it were more than just a tool. In his mind, he imagined that this pencil could listen, that it could truly understand the words he was about to share. He spoke softly, as if giving advice to a dear friend. Before you begin your journey out into the world, he said, there are 5 important things you must remember. These 5 lessons will guide you. Hold on to them, and they will help you become the best pencil you can possibly be. The pencil, quiet and unassuming in the man's hand, seemed to take in every word, as if it too knew that what he was about to hear would change its purpose and its destiny. The pencil maker continued, there will be times when things feel challenging, but if you remember these lessons, you'll always know what to do. You'll always understand what it means to truly fulfill your purpose. With a deep breath, he prepared to share the first lesson, hoping that this humble pencil would carry his words with it, wherever it went. The pencil maker held the pencil thoughtfully and began to share the first lesson. To fulfill your purpose, you will need to place yourself in the hands of others, he said. You may be just a pencil, but there are things you can only do when someone else picks you up, trusts in your ability, and uses you to create, to write, to communicate. The pencil was silent, yet it seemed to absorb the wisdom in the pencil maker's words, recognizing that its true purpose would only come to life through connection with others. Remember, the pencil maker continued, even though you have the potential to make marks on the world, you can't do it alone. You will need to trust those who pick you up, those who put you to use. You must be willing to let others guide you, even if you don't always know where they will lead you. Later, as the pencil embarked on its journey, it met an old notebook on a dusty shelf. The notebook, worn and filled with notes from a lifetime of experiences, noticed the pencil and greeted it warmly. Hello there, the notebook said in a friendly tone, its pages slightly yellowed with age. You look like you're new to the world. Are you excited to leave your mark? The pencil hesitated. I think so, but I don't really know how. I'm not sure if I can fulfill my purpose on my own. The notebook chuckled softly. Oh, you're right. You won't find your purpose alone. Only when you allow someone else to take hold of you can you truly leave your mark. I've held the words, thoughts, and dreams of so many, because people trusted me to keep their stories. And as a pencil, you will bring those stories to life. The pencil listened closely. It realized that its purpose could only be fulfilled by trusting others to guide it, by letting go of control and allowing itself to be used. The notebook's wisdom struck a deep chord. The notebook continued, we all have a role to play, but we cannot play it alone. We must work together, trust each other, and allow others to help us on our journey. Reflecting on the pencil maker's words and the wisdom shared by the old notebook, the pencil understood that it would have to trust. Trust those who would hold it. Trust that even though it wouldn't always know where it was going, it could still make a difference. In life, we too must learn to trust others, to put ourselves in situations where we may not have complete control. There are times when our purpose can only be achieved through cooperation and shared effort, by leaning on the strengths and guidance of those around us. Only then can we truly leave a meaningful mark on the world. The pencil maker held the pencil thoughtfully and began to share the first lesson. To fulfill your purpose, you will need to place yourself in the hands of others, he said. You may be just a pencil, but there are things you can only do when someone else picks you up, trusts in your ability, and uses you to create, to write, to communicate. The pencil was silent, yet it seemed to absorb the wisdom in the pencil maker's words, recognizing that its true purpose would only come to life through connection with others. Remember, the pencil maker continued, even though you have the potential to make marks on the world, you can't do it alone. You'll need to trust those who pick you up, those who put you to use, You must be willing to let others guide you, even if you don't always know where they will lead you. Later, as the pencil embarked on its journey, it met an old notebook on a dusty shelf. The notebook, worn and filled with notes from a lifetime of experiences, noticed the pencil and greeted it warmly. "Hello there," the notebook said in a friendly tone, its pages slightly yellowed with age. "You look like you're new to the world. Are you excited to leave your mark?" The pencil hesitated. "I think so, but I don't really know how. I'm not sure if I can fulfill my purpose on my own." The notebook chuckled softly. "Oh, you're right. You won't find your purpose alone. Only when you allow someone else to take hold of you can you truly leave your mark. I've held the words, thoughts, and dreams of so many because people trusted me to keep their stories. And as a pencil, you will bring those stories to life." The pencil listened closely. It realized that its purpose could only be fulfilled by trusting others to guide it, by letting go of control and allowing itself to be used. The notebook's wisdom struck a deep chord. The notebook continued, "We all have a role to play, but we cannot play it alone. We must work together, trust each other, and allow others to help us on our journey." Reflecting on the pencil maker's words and the wisdom shared by the old notebook, the pencil understood that it would have to trust. Trust those who would hold it. Trust that even though it wouldn't always know where it was going, it could still make a difference. In life, we too must learn to trust others, to put ourselves in situations where we may not have complete control. There are times when our purpose can only be achieved through cooperation and shared effort, by leaning on the strengths and guidance of those around us. Only then can we truly leave a meaningful mark on the world. The pencil maker looked kindly at the pencil, preparing to share the third lesson. He gently reminded it, "Remember, you are bound to make mistakes along the way, but don't worry, that's why you have an eraser. You have the power to erase your errors, to fix what may go wrong." The pencil, resting comfortably in his hand, seemed to take in these words with a sense of relief and reassurance. "There will be times," the pencil maker continued, "when you may make marks that don't turn out as you intended. You might draw a line that veers off course, or write something you didn't mean. But you don't need to be perfect, you just need to learn. Every mistake is an opportunity to try again, to adjust, and to grow." Later on its journey, the pencil encountered a small, worn eraser, its edges softened from use. The eraser smiled at the pencil and greeted it warmly. "Hello, pencil," the eraser said. "I'm here to help you. Whenever you make a mistake, don't be afraid of getting things wrong. That's what I'm here for. Mistakes don't have to be the end. They're simply a chance to start fresh." The pencil looked at the eraser with curiosity. Have you helped many pencils like me?" it asked. The eraser chuckled, its voice gentle. "Oh yes, many. Each pencil I've met has made mistakes. They've written words that needed to be rewritten, drawn lines that needed to be corrected, and I've been there every time, helping them start again." The eraser continued, "Mistakes are natural. They're simply part of the journey. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new. You understand a little more about the world, and about yourself." The pencil felt a sense of comfort from the eraser's words. It realized that it didn't need to be perfect to be valuable. Each error could be erased, each mistake an opportunity to improve. Reflecting on this lesson, the pencil remembered the words of the pencil maker and felt grateful. It now understood that mistakes were not failures, but stepping stones, moments of growth that allowed it to become better at fulfilling its purpose. In our lives, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we stumble, say things we don't mean, or take actions we later regret. But like the pencil, we don't have to fear these moments. Mistakes are part of learning, part of growing. They allow us to correct our course, to begin again, with new wisdom. Each mistake holds a lesson, a chance to reflect, and to become a little wiser. There's always a way to fix what's gone wrong, to make amends, and to grow. We only need the courage to learn from our mistakes, to pick ourselves up, and to try again. The pencil maker held the pencil in his hand once more, observing it with a thoughtful expression. After a moment, he began to share the fourth lesson. "Remember," he said, "your true value lies within you. What's most important about you is not your outer appearance, not the color of your paint or the design on your exterior. It's what's inside, the lead that allows you to write, to make your mark. That is your true essence." The pencil, listening quietly, seemed to absorb this message. It had often felt plain, unremarkable, but hearing these words from the pencil maker gave it a new sense of pride in its purpose. "One day," the pencil maker continued, "you may meet others who seem more beautiful, more polished on the outside. You may feel less valuable in comparison. But remember, true worth is found in what lies within, in the qualities that enable you to fulfill your purpose. Not long after setting out on its journey, the pencil found itself alongside some elegant ink pens, each with a sleek, polished body and gleaming metallic tips. The ink pens were stunning, with ornate designs and fancy clips that sparkled in the light. The pencil felt a pang of self-doubt. Compared to these impressive ink pens, it looked so ordinary. Its body was simple, its paint unadorned. For a moment, the pencil felt embarrassed, questioning its own worth. Sensing the pencil's discomfort, one of the ink pens spoke up. "Oh, don't worry about your appearance," it said with a smile. "What truly matters is the mark you make, the stories you tell, the purpose you serve. Beauty fades, but the impact you leave with your writing lasts." The pencil thought back to the pencil maker's words. It realized that, unlike the ink pens, it could be sharpened over and over, adapting and renewing itself, while still maintaining its purpose. The lead within it, the very part that the pencil maker had emphasized, was what truly gave it value. The ink pens might look beautiful on the outside, but without ink, they would serve no purpose. Similarly, the pencil understood that its own value didn't depend on its outer appearance, but on the qualities within, that enabled it to leave its mark on the world. In life, we often encounter people who may seem more polished, more outwardly impressive. It's easy to feel overshadowed, to question our own worth. But, like the pencil, we must remember that true value lies within. Our inner qualities, our kindness, our integrity, our resilience, are what define our worth. It's not about what's on the surface, but what we carry within us that truly matters. Outer appearances may catch the eye, but it is our inner character, the part that others may not see at first, that leaves a lasting impact on the world. The pencil maker held the pencil gently, pausing for a moment, as if to emphasize the importance of his next words. Then he spoke, sharing the fifth and final lesson. "Wherever you go," he said, "remember to leave a mark. Each line, each word you write will become a part of something greater than yourself. You have a purpose, to create, to communicate, to leave something behind that others will remember." The pencil seemed to understand, sensing the weight of the pencil maker's advice. It didn't matter if it was writing a single word or filling pages with ideas. Every mark it made would become a part of someone else's story, a part of the world around it. The pencil set out on its journey, determined to fulfill its purpose. Over time, it found itself in the hands of many different people. In a young student's notebook, it scribbled math problems, sketches, and notes, each mark a step in the student's growth. Later, it filled the pages of a journal, capturing someone's private thoughts and dreams, a record of moments that mattered deeply to them. Each time it left a mark, the pencil felt a sense of fulfillment. It wasn't just a tool, it was a part of something meaningful, something larger than itself. The marks it left might fade, the paper might wear with time. But for that moment, it was helping to create, to document, to share something valuable. With each person it helped, with each word it wrote, the pencil began to understand the wisdom in the pencil maker's words. Its purpose was not simply to write, but to make a difference, however small, in the lives of others. In life, too, we each have the power to leave a positive mark. Every word we speak, every action we take, becomes part of the world around us. Whether we realize it or not, we leave a trace of ourselves in the lives we touch. These marks, our kindness, our compassion, our willingness to help, can make a lasting difference. The pencil's journey is a reminder that we don't have to be extraordinary to make an impact. Even small gestures, simple acts, can create meaningful change. As we go through life, we should strive to leave marks that others will remember, marks that bring light, hope, and encouragement. So, take a moment to reflect. What kind of mark are you leaving? How will you be remembered? Each day is an opportunity to make a positive impact, to leave the world a little better than you found it. Just like the pencil, we all have the ability to leave behind something meaningful, something worth remembering. As the pencil reflected on its journey, it remembered each of the lessons the pencil maker had shared, each piece of wisdom that had guided it along the way. Every experience, every person it had touched, had given those lessons new meaning, shaping the pencil into something more than just a tool. It had become a part of others' lives, a small but meaningful presence. The pencil thought back to the first lesson, or to trusting others. It had learned that to fulfill its purpose, it had to place itself in the hands of others, allowing them to guide its movements. This trust had enabled it to create, to become something greater than it could be alone. Then, there was the second lesson, embracing painful growth. The pencil had endured the sharpening process, losing part of itself to become better, sharper, more capable of leaving its mark. The pain it had faced had only strengthened it, refining it into a version of itself that could fulfill its purpose more fully. The third lesson, learning from mistakes, had been one of the most comforting. Knowing that each error could be erased, each misstep corrected, had given the pencil the courage to take risks, to make its mark, even if it didn't always get it right the first time. The fourth lesson, valuing inner qualities, had reminded the pencil that its worth was not in its appearance, but in the lead inside, the part that enabled it to leave a mark. This inner quality was what truly mattered, a reminder that value is not found on the surface, but within. And finally, the fifth lesson, leaving a positive mark. This lesson had become the pencil's guiding purpose. Every line it drew, every word it helped write, had left a small but lasting impact on the lives it touched. In the hands of students, writers, and dreamers, the pencil had fulfilled its purpose by helping others share their stories. Each of these lessons had shaped the pencil's journey, giving it the tools it needed to make a difference, to find purpose in something as simple as leaving a mark on a page. And just as the pencil had grown and evolved, these lessons apply to us as well. Each of us is like that pencil. We have a purpose, and we are shaped by our experiences, the trust we place in others, the pain that refines us, the mistakes we learn from, the qualities we hold within, and the marks we leave on the world around us. As you move forward in your own journey, remember these lessons. Trust in others when you need help, embrace growth even when it's painful, learn from your mistakes, value what's inside, and strive to leave a positive mark. Wherever you go, ask yourself, what kind of mark do you want to leave? How can you become the best version of yourself? Someone who makes the world a little brighter, a little kinder, a little better? Each day you have the power to make a difference. Like the pencil, every moment is an opportunity to fulfill your purpose, to grow, to share, and to leave a lasting positive mark on the world. So go forth and make your story one worth remembering. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this story of the humble pencil and the lessons it learned along its journey has inspired you to reflect on your own path, to find meaning in the challenges, the growth, and the marks you leave behind. If this story resonated with you, if it brought a new perspective or even a bit of encouragement to your day, please consider sharing it with others who might also find value in its message. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories and insights that remind us all of the little lessons in life that can make a big difference. Together, let's keep growing, learning, and leaving positive marks on the world around us. Thank you once again, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.